39 years later, Mac Jones Jalen Hurts' goal is to achieve its goal in the NFL playoffs. For the first time in NFL history, two Alabama alumni will start at quarterback in the same postseason this weekend. During the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend, Mac Jones will be under center for New England when the Patriots play the Buffalo Bills at 7:15 p.m. Central Standard Time Saturday, and Jalen Hurts will take the snaps for Philadelphia when the Eagles play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at noon Sunday. More NFL times Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs named first team ALLPRO times Mac Jones, there's not a lot of room for error times NFL Playoffs Week 1, Alabama going back to Super Bowl. When Jones takes the field at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, he'll become the first former Alabama quarterback in a postseason game since January 9, 2016, when AJ McCarron made the only NFL playoff start of the past 37 seasons for a Crimson Tide signal caller. Jones will be trying to become the first former Alabama QB to start for a winning team in a playoff game since January 15, 1983. On that date, Richard Todd led the New York Jets to a 17-14 victory over the Los Angeles Raiders in an AFC second-round game. Todd completed 15 of 24 passes for 277 yards with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. His 45-yard completion to wide receiver Wesley Walls put the Jets on the Los Angeles 1-yard line and set up Scott Dierking's game-deciding 1-yard touchdown plunge with 3:45 left to play. 8 days later, the Miami Dolphins smothered New York 14-0 in the AFC Championship game, sacking Todd 4 times and intercepting 5 passes to advance to Super Bowl 17. 33 years later, McCarron made the next NFL postseason start for a former Alabama quarterback. McCarron had taken over for Andy Dalton with 3 games left in the regular season when the Cincinnati Bengals QB broke his thumb. McCarron rallied Cincinnati from a 15-0 deficit to a 16-15 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers with 3 straight scoring drives in the fourth quarter. McCarron's 25-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver AJ Green gave Cincinnati its 1-point lead with 1:50 left to play in pursuit of its first postseason victory in 25 years. After an interception, Cincinnati had a chance to run out the clock, but running back Jeremy Hill lost a fumble at the Pittsburgh 9-yard line. The Steelers moved 74 yards, 30 from unnecessary roughness and unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against the Bengals in 65 seconds for a field goal that gave them an 18-16 victory. In the era of the modern quarterback, former Alabama QBs have a 20-11 record as postseason starters, with 4 Super Bowl victories and 7 NFL championships. From the 1960 through the 1967 seasons, Bart Starr made 10 postseason starts for the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay won 9 of those games, including 5 NFL championship contests and the first 2 Super Bowls, with Starr earning the MVP award in both of those NFL-AFL showdowns. The MVP of the 3rd Super Bowl was a former Alabama quarterback, too, with Joe Namath leading the Jets to a 16-7 upset of the Baltimore Colts on January 12, 1969. In 1972, Scott Hunter made a postseason start for the Packers in a 16-3 loss to the Washington Redskins on Christmas Eve. A day earlier, Ken Stabler had made his postseason debut when he relieved Oakland Raiders starter Daryle Lamonica. Stabler ran 30 yards for a touchdown to put Oakland in front, but the Pittsburgh Steelers won 13-7 thanks to Franco Harris' immaculate reception. Over the next 5 postseasons, Stabler would start 11 games for the Raiders, with Oakland winning 7, including Super Bowl 11, and reaching at least the AFC Championship game annually. Stabler made his final playoff start on December 28, 1980, for the Houston Oilers against the Raiders. The next year, Todd had the Jets in the playoffs for the first time since Namath and New York lost to the Kansas City Chiefs 13-6 on December 20, 1969. The Jets lost to the Buffalo Bills 31-27 in Todd's postseason debut on December 27, 1981, even though the former Davidson High School star passed for 377 yards. At the time, that was the second most for a player in a postseason game and remains the high mark for a player from an Alabama high school or college. The next year, Todd made 3 postseason starts, and that was it for former Alabama quarterbacks until McCarron's start for Cincinnati 33 years later. The former Alabama quarterback who has played in the most postseason games is Jeff Rutledge. From the 1984 season through the 1991 season, Rutledge appeared in 15 playoff games, including 2 Super Bowl victories, although he didn't start any. Most of Rutledge's work came as a holder on kicks. For more of all.com's coverage of the NFL, go to our NFL page. Mark Anabanet is a sports reporter for Alabama Media Group. Follow him on Twitter at @AMarkG1.